each of us has moments, right? Moments in our life that become very central to things. And so the B1G1 story is one of those moments, because here I was mentoring someone. Her name is Masami Sato. And she came into the room, and because of what you do, that when we mentor people, it's usually us that is asking the questions. And she began in this lovely Japanese accent and said, "Oh, today can we change?" And I said, "Sure." Well, and she said, "I want to ask you the question." So okay, let's go for that. And she said, "It really a what if question." And just listen to the beauty of this question. She said, what if we could create something where, for businesses, where every time business was done, something great happened in our world? And if you just think about that for a moment, it's kind of a really interesting point. And she said, well, in my head, I call this, I give it a name. I call it buy one, give one. And I said, well, how would that work? And she said, well, imagine you go to a electronics store, like a, for example, in England, like a Currys or something like that, and you buy a plasma TV. And I said, Masami, just a second, what did you say it's called? And she said, buy one, give one. So, Masami, that's not a very good business model, because if I go and buy that plasma TV, they're not going to give me another one. And she said, and this was really the moment, she said, oh, you misunderstand, because she said, you want that TV because you want bigger pixels, brighter pixels, bigger, all of those sorts of things. And then she said, and this was the moment, and then she said, so how would it be if when you did that, somebody who could not see got the gift of sight? And my response to that in 2007, all those years ago, was, can I be your mentor for the rest of your life? So B1G1, by the way, you might say, where did buy one, give one go? Well, within about 24 hours, I realized way back in 2007 that buy one, give one was kind of like, it was all about consumption, even though we didn't mean it to be that way. So we very quickly changed it to B1G1 so that it could be about you having a great meeting and celebrating that by creating an impact, or you had a great phone call, or you had like a great Zoom thing, or whatever it was. So that, and this is part of the magic, James, as you know, so that you can embed it literally in the very core of your business. So you can say, when this happened, this happens. And so tell me about your work now. Is that still going at the same kind of pace? And with
Yes, very much so. Arguably, I'm probably busier now than I've been for many, many years. But right? I think the answer is I've found the thing I'm here to do. It's taken me a lifetime to find it, but I've been doing this work for about 14 years now. I work with fundamentally my job is coaching, mentoring, non-exec type work with CEOs and business owners, which is really what leads me to being able to donate money to B1G1. Because actually, one of the things that occurred to me was, well, because I know your philosophy has always been, business and sort of giving should be inextricably linked. And I thought, yeah, absolutely, I like the idea of I've always liked the idea of what B1G1 does, and it does give me a great deal of pleasure to be able to link the success of my business to being able to donate to what you do. And the projects that you support, and I think actually also from my clients, I think they value the fact that that there's some knock-on good, and I think that's a great concept.
Hey, James, I don't wish to embarrass you in any way, but earlier, I mean, you were looking at our annual report, which was very nice of you, and I was looking at you in terms of and you are now up to, I mean, I'm not sure whether you check this, but really staggering 35,000, very close to 35,000 impacts that, and we see each one of those, by the way, as a series of smiles, and each one also has the ripple. So it's when you think about all of the good things you're doing with the clients you serve, and then realize that goodness is then rippling and literally changing lives at quite a pace. It's incredible, really. So well done.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. And that's kind of you to say that, and I appreciate that. And I've set myself a goal of achieving 100,000 giving impacts. That's my
Wow.
personal. It's going to take me a few years to get there, but that's something that I want to try and achieve.
You know, it's only possible because there's a collective, there's a movement, right? Once you feel part of that, I think that we all need somewhere to belong, right? And of course, for your clients, you and the energy that you provide is a great place to belong. But as if I were one of your clients right now, I'd feel really good about the fact that you also belong, if you will, to B1G1, which is that bigger play that makes it all possible. Yeah.
No one's going to remember you for having the smartest, reddest Ferrari, but they will remember you for the good that you did, or the impact and the things you put back into society. And to me, I think that's the important part of it.
It becomes about something bigger than you. It becomes a non-ego based legacy. That you are effectively passing on the gifts that you've been lucky to have and indeed to create to the next generation, who indeed hopefully are doing the same thing. And as a result of that, our world becomes a better place. Yeah.